wait! Oh my God!
Hurry up!
Oh my God!
Call the cops! 911! It's a fire!
Look how big it is! Oh my God!
Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm scared now.
Kevin, we just watched it get big! We were sitting here recording, watching it. Oh my God!
I hope I don't spread to nobody's house.
I hope it don't explode. Spread. I don't want it to explode while I'm sitting up here. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh no, I got to go.
Come on, come on. This is live video. Give me my phone. All right, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back. You know, I just want to apologize for yesterday. We left yesterday without saying, you know, who house it was. Well, it didn't matter who house it was. The main thing was anybody injured? You know, we didn't know at that time. We didn't even know who house it was. And come to find out, like yesterday, I didn't even know who house it was. People didn't know. And Mikkel told me that the house was abandoned today. So nobody was hurt, you know, the fire, I keep calling the cops and fire the same thing. The firefighters came out, they broke the windows up, they shut this area down, they put the fire out.
Boy, when I call the cops, I sure do call the cops. It was a lot of them out there.
Because they didn't even know what's going on. People still saying call the police people. I'm like, oh my God, they all coming. Everybody, like they was coming from every which way.
It was like I called them. National Guard. I mean, when we got there, they was everywhere. I was like, wow, I did that? Wow.
Yes. You know, so, you know, shout out to you. I didn't, you know what, I really watched that commentary back. I was just talking about that whole thing was just hilarious. Because at first I didn't think it was that. And then you was talking about, oh yeah, because the weeds and everything. So it was just a hot ass mess out here. And some people, you know, I just want to get on some people for 1 second. But before I do that, I want you guys to please thumbs up this video and share this video on Facebook and Twitter. All I want to say is this. I don't want to come off mean or nasty, but some people think they know me when they really don't know me. You know, I know me. I know where my heart is. I know where I'm coming from when I tweet things or say things on YouTube. It is never from a hateful place. So for people to get upset with me when I said, oh, well, if you can't watch it on your phone, you better run your ass to the computer. I meant it in a good way. Some people thought I was being mean. And you know what? That's on y'all. People just take things to heart too damn much. It's not that serious. Then somebody going to tell me, well, I don't like reading your tweets because when I read them, it seems like you have an attitude. But that's on you because I don't have an attitude. I'm having a good day. I'm having a blessed day. Like I said on Twitter earlier, as long as I know I'm all right, you know, it doesn't matter what you think. You know, it doesn't matter what you think. As long as I know I'm okay, that's all that matters. And some people just get mad that we didn't finish the video. Talking about, oh, well, it's only 45 minutes and y'all been going for 9 days. Hello? Well, excuse me, you know? Excuse the shit out of me.
I didn't say nothing.
You lucky if we give you 5 minutes, you know? It's like some people just ungrateful. Please don't be ungrateful because this takes a lot of work to do. You know, he could go home after work. He don't have to come here to do a video.
I sit at my job every day from 8 to 4:30 dealing with ignorant people. Not ignorant, ignorant people. Then I got to come here and deal with this ignorant coon. So you know. I'll be just about.
You know, we love what we do, but I'm not going to have nobody keep telling me that I'm mean when I know I'm not mean. Shit, you ain't ever hear nobody say they met me and I was a bitch to them. If you have, point them out to me. Point me out 5. Oh, okay. So yeah, let's get into this video.
Can I say something before we start? I forgot to mention yesterday, I was so upset when I realized it when I got home. When I was talking about Beyonce's Rebel concert, I forgot to mention her opening act, Luke James.
Oh, you sure did.
He completely killed it. And I have to say this about Luke James. I really do. So, you know, for those of you that don't know, I met Luke James at Beyonce's concert on Saturday after the whole show. After he performed and everything, he went up to like one of the boxes and where he was sitting at was over top of me. So we kind of saw each other during the performance, whatever the case may be, during the show. But I actually met Luke James back in November of last year at Beyonce's private DVD screening for Roseland. Now, Angel from ConcreteLuke.com was the one who introduced the two of us, and I felt kind of bad afterwards because I had no idea who he was. And when she introduced us, she said who we were, whatever the case may be, and he actually knew who I was, and he said that, he was like, you look familiar, I've seen, and then he was like, you have a YouTube thing. I was like, yeah. He was like, I've seen some of your stuff, and you guys are really good. So I was like, thank you, whatever the case may be. And I think Angel had told me that he was a singer, and it went in one ear and out the other, and I just, he walked away, I walked away, and that was that. Fast forward to February of this year, the BET Honors, yep. And I see him performing, and I'm like, oh my God, that's the guy that I met. And as I'm watching it, I'm like, yo, this guy can sing his ass off. And that very moment, I felt so stupid, and I was really embarrassed because I was like, here I am. I met this guy who was just really, really talented, and I had no idea who he was. So then I instantly followed him on Twitter, and I just, became a fan, even though he has that one single out, I Want You. Which you can find on iTunes because it is available on iTunes. So then fast forward to this Memorial Day weekend, he performs at Beyonce's concert, and he just blows everybody away. He's like a mixture of John Legend and Prince. Like, he just has that soulfulness about him, and his voice. Now, I really don't care too much for people performing with Beyonce, but his voice is so good that I actually wanted him to come back out on stage at some point in the show to sing with Beyonce. That's how good he is. And I mean, he just had so much energy, and he was so alive. And I mean, that's what an opening act should be like for every show, for every big artist. They should have an opening act like Luke James because he was really, really good. But this is the part that really, really, really blew me away. After the show, I'm in the hallway, and I'm talking to some of the people, who, we're just talking about the show and how amazing it was. And then all of a sudden, I hear somebody say, yo. And I look, and it's Luke James. And he's like coming over to me. He's like, come here. And he's like, and before he could even say anything, I was just like, oh my God, I was a stand. I stand out. I was, oh my God, you did such an amazing job. You're really good. And he was just like, thank you so much. And I was like, you did really good. And he was like, I want to be on your show. We got to do this. And I was like, of course. Because I had invited him on the show on Twitter, and he said he would come. But when he came up to me after the show, and he was just like, he wanted to be on the show, I was just like, oh my God. So we're going to get Luke James on the show. So
it's time for me to find out who is Luke James.
Oh, he's amazing. So those of you who don't know who Luke James is, you can follow him on Twitter. Who is Luke James? And that's his Twitter name, and you can tell him that Mikhail from the Scorpion Show sent you. And just make sure you guys go and download his single "I Want You" on iTunes. It's a shame because that's the only single that he kind of has out now, and his voice is so amazing that I wish he had more material out so people could actually hear him.
Is he signed with Roc Nation?
He is. He is signed. He's under a label, and he mentioned the label that he was signed to at the show, but I can't remember what label it was. But he definitely is signed. But please make sure you guys check him out. We are definitely going to have him on the Scorpion Show. I told him the next time that he's in New York or in Philly, just let me know, and we are there. No matter where he is, we're going to be there. So yeah, shout out to Luke James because I wanted to make this all known yesterday, but I completely forgot. So last night I said I had to say something today, and please don't mind my knee. I hope it's not ashy. It probably is, but as you guys can see, I was rough as a little boy, and so my knees is kind of all scraped up.
Your knees?
Yeah, I was a rough little boy. Believe it or not, I don't know how I grew up to be this fine, but I was a rough little boy. So yeah, my knees is all scratched up. But anyway. So shout out to Luke James.
Yes. So let's start this video off with, let's start it off because we already started off. Let's talk about the episode of Basketball Wives from this past Monday. Did you get a chance to see it yet?
I did.
You did?
I did. I think that was it. I saw it last night where they confronted Jennifer and Jennifer and Kenya left. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's just a mess.
Okay. So this was the season finale of the Basketball Wives, meaning next week will be the reunion show on Monday at 8 o'clock on VH1. Now, this is my thing. I have a big problem with Evelyn. My big problem with Evelyn is this. Now, on the beginning of last week's episode, because we didn't talk about it, but anyway, we're not going to talk about the whole thing. But at the beginning of that episode, you said how Tammy told you how you don't never air Jennifer out. You go by your code and everything, like how you don't never air out nothing. Like you just really been upset with her, and she was proud of you for that. Then, you know, you was just, you know, like, because I don't do stuff like that. That's not me, blah, 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 blah. Then, at the end of that episode, we already see you airing out Jennifer's issues, Jennifer's problems, who she slept with, who she been with. I don't give a fuck how mad you are at anybody. I don't care how mad anybody makes you. That's not something that you do around people. When you have a friendship with somebody, you don't judge them. You know, you might tell them how you feel, but you don't judge them. Me and my best friend Brandon, he might tell me he did something. I tell him I did something. One thing I don't do is judge. And I don't go around telling everybody what he did. And he don't go around saying what the hell I did. And even if we weren't friends anymore, it's still nobody's business what the fuck he did. So for you to sit there when Jennifer came out on that little beach, for you to come out and then say, oh, you fuck this person without a condom and you don't fuck with the same type of guys I fuck with and everything, that's not cool, because Jennifer has never said on any of the episodes that I can remember, she never talked about who you fucked, who you dealt with. Your problem was with Susie. Susie is the one that told Star Jones' husband, ex-husband, about who you fucked and everything, not Jennifer. Jennifer never put you out there like that. You're just mad because she's talking about you in interviews. Hello, it's called promotion for the motherfucking show. If none of you guys did interviews, why would I watch Basketball Wives? Or why would I pay attention to you guys afterwards? All of you guys are going to do radio interviews, magazine interviews, television interviews, because you want people to watch. I mean, you're going to be asked about so-and-so, and they got to give an opinion on that. You know, you've been showing your ass all season, and you got the nerve to be mad that someone wants to say how they feel about you? Evelyn, get a fucking life. Grow the fuck up. You're like 40 years old and you know you're mad because she said something about you in the interview. She never said nothing negative about you. She never said, oh, she fucked 20 million basketball players, because the bitch got dirt on you. She just not pulling it out. Then she said you're trying to pull skeletons out when you have a graveyard. Now, bitch, that's a read of all reads. That means she don't want to go telling your business. And then Tammy, you're mad because Jennifer don't want to be around y'all when all of y'all do is fucking bullying everybody on the motherfucking island. You done kicked Keisha off the island. She done left, stealing her bags and everything. And why would Jennifer want to be around y'all when you and Evelyn are now all of a sudden friends, and you know Evelyn going to try to start some shit with Jennifer? So the best way to do that is avoid the whole situation. That's why I say Jennifer should have never came, but I think Jennifer came because, you know, it's in her contract that she probably had to be on a certain number of Basketball Wives episodes, so she didn't have no choice but to fucking show up. But otherwise, I wouldn't fly halfway around the world just to be talking to you, Evelyn. Bye, girl. Do you want to add anything?
I just think that Tammy is like full of it. Every time something is going on between Evelyn and Jennifer, then Tammy always has to throw her 2 cents in, and then she's always trying to down Jennifer, like Jennifer is so in the wrong. And I just get so confused, because I'm like, well, what exactly is Jennifer in the wrong of? Like, what exactly does she do wrong now that has Evelyn in such a frenzy? And why is it that if Tammy is such this whole peacemaker, she wants everybody to be friends, then instead of you know, chastising Jennifer, why not try to bring Jennifer and Evelyn together, especially when these two have been friends for 14 years?
Ain't nobody saying break it up.
Nobody's not saying anything about that. They're just, you know, well, Jennifer, you were wrong, and nobody's not, you know, just trying to bring them together. Tammy needs to work on her own issues before she can try to be anybody Dr. Joyce Brothers, okay? Because she has 2 screws missing from her screwdriver. I'm serious. I'm so serious. Tammy is 2 toys short of a Happy Meal. She is. What? She is. She is 2 toys short of a Happy Meal. I'm just saying. Because every time I turn around, Tammy's mad at somebody for some stupid reason. Like, I don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. That's what bipolar people do. One minute they're happy, next minute they mad. And you be like, well, what are you mad about? I don't even understand. What did I do?
I couldn't believe it. And you know, Shawnee better not have said nothing. And Susie definitely better not have said nothing. You know, I just felt so bad for Jennifer, because it's like, now it's like, you're the weakest link, goodbye. You know, she ain't had no choice but to fucking leave. But if I was Jennifer, I would have fucked her up. But you know, Jennifer is on that non-violence shit. You know, I'm lawyered up, boo. But I would have cursed her the fuck out and then walked off. I wouldn't have just let her read me like that. Ain't nobody ever gonna get me like that, bitch.
Evelyn got her good, and she shouldn't let her get her like that.
Yeah, I would have cursed that bitch out. I'm like, you know what, bitch? I could lay everything out on you, but you know what? I could, I should, but I won't. That's what I would have said, and walk the fuck off. And she went ahead and shit else to say. She probably would have tried to follow you. Oh, well, go ahead, air it out, air it out. No, bitch, no. You don't want all of that. You don't, because we all know how y'all get
just
down.
sit there
And
like,
Shawnee,
and don't say nothing. She just sit there and don't say nothing.
We gonna get on Shawnee in a second.
She don't say, don't she? She just sit there. She just act like she don't know nothing. She just.
Why is she there?
She don't know nothing.
We don't need
but
Shawnee
then as
to be
soon as
there.
Jennifer walks away, then Shawnee got everything to say. She got also shit. Well, yeah, because I don't think.
And let's talk about what kind of sound is that, bitch?
The sound that I make when the sex is bad. It's like that.
Well, we know they won't be invited back if y'all hear that.
I'm just saying.
A fucking mess. So, you know, after all of that bullshit, Jennifer and Keisha was like, you know what, bitches? We the fuck out of here. We done filled our contractual obligations, so we out of here. So then Susie in the motherfucking water. Susie gonna tell, oh, they left. That bitch tell everything.
She can't hold water. That's why she was in water. Because she held it.
I'm gonna duck my head down like a crocodile.
I was ducking like a crocodile. I saw them coming and I went like this, guys. I was so under the water that they didn't even see me.
She could have said goodbye, like, something like, what is your issue?
Yes.
You know what, though? Let me tell you something. Why is Shawnee and Susie on this show? All Susie do is tell. All Shawnee do is just sit there. And all Tammy do is getting everybody else's issues. We don't know what the fuck she got going on. Tammy, where's this hairline? You know what?
They
you would be
sued her. I told you.
She would be a good spokesmodel for a beer company.
Okay.
You know, because she loves beer.
2013 Super Bowl, one of those Budweiser, Bud Light commercials.
Tammy better be in it.
Tammy Roman, okay? That's a perfect. What? That would be the perfect spokesperson. Because all she do is drink beer out of a wine
glass.
fucking glass.
She's drinking out of anything. That's some weed, nigga.
In 2012, she's drinking wine out of beer out of a wine glass. I don't even think that was ever possible.
I've never seen it done till I watched Basketball Wives and seen it done. And she done got lipo because she loved beer so much.
That just goes to show you that Tammy is straight out of the hood. Okay.
And then she had the nerve to get upset with Royce when Royce read her motherfucking cards. Let me tell you something, Royce. You know, I was kind of mad at you for a lot of reasons, especially when your dad was trying to tell you the truth and you weren't trying to hear it. But I just loved how you came to Tammy. Like, you're not a scary bitch. You're not scared of none of them. You'll tell them how you feel, and that's why they don't record with you. You know, anybody who they can't control, they like to be don't like to be around. Shawnee knows she can't control you, so she ain't gonna record with you. Evelyn, you know, bitch, bye. You can't say she can't run you no more, because it used to be a tag team with Evelyn and Jennifer.
Now it's not.
Yes, your grinder is going off.
Grinder, bitch, get your life. Get your fucking life. I wish I would ever. Don't play with me. This is a text message.
Yes, his grinder is like. Let me stop.
Yeah, let you stop. Grinder. If anybody sees me on Grinder or Jack, that is not me.
It's a fake.
It's a fake.
It's a fake.
Because I don't have that.
Anybody
I grind
that see
in
me,
the bedroom, not on my phone.
Anybody that see me on there,
it's him.
It's real.
It's him.
I don't mind having conversations. Because it's called Grindr.
Can you imagine? Oh wait, I already said it. But can you imagine how the alerts were going off on Grindr and Jack's doing sizzle?
Yes.
That's shit.
It was every time. If it wasn't my fault, I'm not going to put their names out there. But girl, it was a hot mess. You know, it was a hot mess. But it's all right. So yeah. So Royce, you know, she talked to Tammy, had a little sit down with Tammy, like, yeah, Keisha told me everything that was going on and everything. And Tammy got mad because Royce read her rights. And it's like, if not Royce, then who? If you supposed to be, that's the definition of a friend. A friend that will be there for you through the good times and the bad times, and they will not always tell you what you want to hear. Somebody told me what I didn't want to hear when I was at Sizzle. I'm like, well, damn, bitch, you told me. I would rather you tell me than a tweet about it and everything.
And they told
he got my ass together.
All right. Sometimes you need to be gotten together.
He got my ass
I just
together.
wish I was there.
Because you know how you be swimming. You know how you swim in a pool and everything.
And they said, you was not sexy.
Can I talk to you for a moment? No, bitch, you
You scored on.
Boom.
What they say?
He said, let me talk to you for a moment.
Let me talk to you for a moment.
He was like, I ain't gonna tell you on camera, but he got me together.
What did he say? Come on, tell me what he said. Tell us what he said. Y'all wanna know because I wanna know.
He said, I guess, I don't know how I was, how I was down there, but he just was like, he was like, I don't know. It was something like, don't mix Kevin with the Scorpion, or don't be too much of the Scorpion and Kevin. Like, don't let that overpower who you really are, something like that. But it wasn't from a mean place.
I understand what you were saying. Maybe he probably saw that you were becoming too much of this I am the shit type of person and not really showing
I wasn't saying I was the shit.
No. Well, first of all, I know you don't talk like that anyway. Mm-hmm. So if anybody was to ever say, okay, I would know that was a lie. But I think probably your actions probably were showing it. And he probably said, let me rein you on.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm over y'all. Well, let's talk about it. Because I was like, I'm over y'all. I was like, y'all keep saying I'm late. Y'all always say I'm late for everything. I was late. I was like, give me 10 minutes. It should be 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, you do be late.
Give me 5 minutes.
You be very late.
Minutes. So I'm like, okay. So I was over it because I said, okay, y'all, we're going to be there. We're going to leave at 12:30 on the beach. 12:30 come. Nobody's downstairs. I come down there at 12:35 because Joe Nathan called me and got me together saying, well, Kevin, is you really going to be on time? Because I don't want to call the car people and tell them to drop the car off and you're not here. Gonna be here. Yeah. So I'm like, I'll be, all right, give me no later than 12:35. 12:36, I guess downstairs. And I'm like, well, where the hell is everybody else at? And I'm like, okay. Then I see a tweet like, somebody is never on time. He is just always late. And he's on the 22nd floor. I wonder who that could be. So I'm like, okay. Then I'm calling her talking about, well, we upstairs. I said, well, why are y'all upstairs when you were supposed to be downstairs? So, some people can tell I was upset when I was down, so they was talking to me or whatever. And I was like, when they come, I'm not talking to them. I'm just not going to say nothing in the car. But me, I can't really be mad at nobody. So I just like, all right, when we get in the car, I'm going to just tell y'all how I feel. Because I appreciate being talked about like that. I felt like they was coming down on me because I'm always late. But I'm like, don't do that. And then y'all be late. Like, don't tell me not to be late, then you're late.
Well, people do that because they want you to be on time.
Yeah. So
because, let me tell you something.
I mean, it was 30 minutes late. Actually.
I don't have a problem. Whenever I go out with my friends, I'm always the driver. I don't have a problem with that. I don't ask anybody for gas, nothing like that. The only thing I ask you to do is, if I call you and I'm about 2 or 3 blocks away from your house and I tell you to come outside because I'm outside, and I get to your house when I called you 2 or 3 blocks late, 2 or 3 blocks ago, and you're still not outside, yes, I have a problem with that. Because I feel as though you should be on time. I need for you to be there. I'm giving you enough ample time to do. Like, for instance, if I call you and tell you I'm outside, I'm never outside of your house when I call you. I'm always somewhere down there. Because I know that, first of all, I know you sleep on the top floor. And so you like to move a little slow. You like to move on Kevin's time. And so I try to give people that option of doing that. Rara, my friend Rara, he has a problem with moving on his time. And so I feel as though when I tell you that I am outside, don't have me sitting outside in my car 5 and 10 minutes after I done called you and told you I was outside. That's not fair to me, especially when I ain't asking you for no gas money. At least give me the decency to come outside when I tell you to come the hell outside. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And so I think that with your friends, they know that you're always late, so therefore they want to tell you that so you can actually be on time. I mean, I understand where they're coming from, because I don't like for nobody to be late when I'm telling you to be on time, because I ain't never late for certain things.
Well, I'm never late all the time, but I was late that weekend.
You know what? Some people just move on. You know what I noticed too? I noticed that it's people who don't have cars that move in their own time. Because you don't have a car and Robert doesn't have a car. It's people who don't have cars that move in their own time. Mm-hmm. They just feel as though, oh, well, you'll wait. No, I will not wait, because I will pull off.
Sometimes I be ready to go. If they're not ready to go when I'm ready, I'm just getting in the cab. I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
I did that to my friend Sean recently. I went to his house. Mm-hmm. He was supposed to cut my hair. He was actually getting on the train to go, but he was going to cut my hair, and then I was going to drive him to where he needed to go. But then when I got to his house, I didn't know, and he didn't tell me that he was going to cut somebody else's hair. So I'm sitting there like, well, I really don't have time to be waiting. And now and then he just got out the shower and everything.
Oh, then I can't stand that.
So I left.
You're supposed to be dressed, not
I left
in no
because I
shower
felt
at a
as though
certain time.
I didn't come here to sit and wait. I came here to get this done so then we could leave, not for me to sit and wait. And so I left. I left. I left. Yes, I did.
Yes.
And I went to that funeral with a 430 shadow on my head. And I still look good. But I left because I felt as though I shouldn't have to wait for you because I told you, and you should, if you were going to do somebody else's hair and all that stuff, you should have told me that. You see what I'm saying? So then I could time it, but you didn't tell me that. So when I got there, I had to sit and wait, and then I was like, oh no, I don't. One thing I don't like to do is wait. That's just me.
I know one
like
person that's on time is Dennis. I know Brandon. Like with Brandon, it's just like he'll make a plan and say, all right, we're going to do it. And some days he'll just be like, you know what, I'm not going to go, or I changed my mind. So anything that's dealing with stuff that I want to do, I don't ever set it in concrete with him because it's always something. So, but everybody knows how everybody is, but that's being a friend. So Tammy got mad about that. Girl, clearly she don't know the definition of what a real friend is, and now she's mad at Roy's talking about you picking sides and everything. No, it's not picking sides. It's telling you right from wrong, point blank.
Yes.
Tammy, you was wrong. You got an attitude. Now you saying fuck that bitch.
Tammy act like a 12-year-old,
Fuck that
don't
bitch.
she?
A 12, and she's like 45.
You picking sides? What? Am I talking to a schoolgirl
It
or
sounds
a
like
grown woman?
she picking sides between Evelyn and Jennifer because clearly you're hanging with Evelyn instead of splitting your time up with Evelyn and
or
Jennifer.
instead of trying to get Jennifer and Evelyn to work it out.
Yeah.
Instead of you know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
Can we move along?
Yeah, let's move along to Miss Shawnee because I'm not finished with her.
Okay, go ahead. Read
Shawnee, this is my problem with you. Don't air out those girls like you got a problem with them now because you're trying to save face by trying to show you as a mother with your children and then going to your pastor talking about you don't know if you really want to do this show. Don't try to save face like that because you wasn't thinking like that when your ass was sitting there with all of those fights. You sit there with all of those fights and you don't break nothing up. You just let it happen. And just like everybody said, oh yes, this is going to be good. Oh, my money's going to be good because the rating's going to be up for this one. You know, I've never seen you say break it up. I've never seen you pull Evelyn to the side and say, Ev, that's wrong. Don't do that. Tammy, why would you take this girl pocketbook? Come on now, let's grow up. Let's be women about this. Now all of a sudden you like, well, I don't know if I really want to be around them.
Meeting.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck that.
Because she going into business meetings. So
fuck them business meetings. They gonna like you. You come in there being Shawnee O'Neal and you leave the fuck out Shawnee O'Neal. What they think about you don't concern. It shouldn't be nothing else. As long as you put a good business proposal on that table, that's all the fuck that matters. That's what anybody cares about. How can you make me more money? Fuck about, well, you will be acting like this. Y'all ain't acting like that with Tammy and Evelyn acting a damn fool. If they happy with it, you be happy with it. Don't try to go to your pastor, try to save face because everybody has been coming down on you through Sar Jones, through the
social media.
Yeah, everything. It is what it is. You know, fuck it. If they don't want to watch, they won't watch. And they've been watching. Same ones they say, I don't watch it, they watch it. Wendy Williams might say she don't watch, that bitch watching.
Oh, of course she watching.
She's watching. She's watching.
She's sitting on the side of her bed watching while her wig is drying off.
Yeah, and I was mad at Shawnee going to try to have an interview, try to sit Jennifer down, but you talking to blocks. Hello? That's what they're supposed to do. It's called interviewing. Blogs, TV, radio. Shut up. I'm done. I can't wait to see next week because you know there ain't going to be no fights now because everybody trying to say, oh, well, I'm trying to be grown up about this.
3 seasons
You know,
later.
I feel bad.
Wait, is it 3 seasons later?
Yes.
3 seasons later, everybody. 3 seasons later, and everybody trying to be grown. Nobody wants to be grown the first season. Everybody trying to be grown 2 seasons. Everybody trying to be grown 3 seasons later when people are threatening to stop watching.
Yes.
Okay? And they losing all those sponsors.
You ain't got to be a bitch to be a bitch. You know, you ain't got to act a bitch to be a bitch. You could just be that bitch.
Okay? Look at me.
Okay. Look at me. Or as Beyonce would say, look at Big. So,
I don't think she said this.
no, but she's always trying to add B instead of me. I'd be
Yes.
like, you better do that, girl.
No one loves you more than B. Yes, Beyonce. And no one ever will. You better add your name in that, girl.
Speaking of trashiness, let's talk about Miss Raspberry. Or Miss Raspberry.
Oh my God. Oh my. You know what, Raspberry? You need to go and have several fucking seats. I mean, aren't you tired of sitting up in people's business? You are just, you are the prime example of somebody who can't hold their water. Even if what you're spilling is true or false, you just feel as though you need to out everybody. Everybody in the industry is now gay. Everybody's gay. Chris Brown is gay. Bow Wow's gay. Who else did he say? Omarion's gay. Chris Stokes is gay. Marcus Houston is gay. Everybody's gay except for you. Everybody's gay except for him. Except for him. Everybody's gay. Everybody done had sex.
The only thing is he just got raped.
He just got raped. And he didn't like it.
You know what, Raspy? Let me tell you something, boo. When you want to come out, you could come out. I mean, I've seen you at the prides and stuff, you know, collecting that check. Just be happy with who you are. Stop thinking of it as a bad thing. You know, the gay community will embrace you. They will love you, Raspy.
After they try to sleep with you.
Oh, and they will.
Okay. Oh, what?
And they will. He's Raspy. A lot of them be waiting to suck his dick or, you know, get fucked by him. It don't matter. But it's like, stop putting out everybody's business if it is true or not. You know, you don't have to do that, Raspy. What you could do is, if you want to put names, you don't have to put names in there, because now people can throw their lawyers on you, because that's defamation of character. If you want to write books and shit, why don't you make them imaginary characters like Terrence did in Hot and Hip Hop? Why don't you do something like that and then let people guess who they think it is without you being sued? But it's just like you're coming across as bitter. What you're doing is reminding me of something that Kaya does all the time. Like, she's very bitter. Like, as a person, she could be funny, but she takes it to the max sometimes. When she tweeted about Brandy, that was fucking over the line. That was like, what they say, habitual line stepping. Like, shit like that, you don't have to do that.
I never stepped on that line.
Like, that was just fucking crazy. A lot of y'all really need help. Just because things don't blow up for y'all like that, you don't just quit, bitch. Keep putting music out. Put a mixtape out. Stop trying to create controversy.
Look at Sierra.
You don't see Sierra out there fucking with everybody. Oh, fuck Beyonce. Oh, fuck Gaga. Oh, fuck Rihanna. I could dance better than her. Even though they had their little thing. And she can.
Okay. Yeah, she can. But Rihanna told her, you ain't seeing me on no stage.
Okay.
Which is true.
And good luck at booking that stage.
Good luck at booking the stage. Which is true, too. Because the last stage I saw Sierra was on that pre-show stage at the VMAs when they showed her for about 20 seconds and the commercial came on. Okay. I said, child, they tried you.
But you know, it's just, she's not going about making blogs and stuff.
She's not
Come
being
on, let's be grown up about this.
Yeah.
Let's be grown up about it. Y'all got the Miss Raspberry. I don't know what else to tell you.
Raspberry.
Miss Raspberry, okay? That's what the B is for, berry.
Okay.
She needs to get it together.
She's sweet. She's sweet. She just wants to.
Ain't nobody treating her different. Like, bye, girl.
Ain't nobody paying attention to her, to be honest.
Okay. Remember that day she argued with Chris Brown? She had like 90,000 followers. After that argument, it dropped from like 20,000 people because they only followed you just to see the riffraff in their timeline.
So they wouldn't miss a beat.
Yep. Raspberry, when you know better, you'll do better.
Okay.
That's
and
all
apparently you don't know better because you ain't doing better. Next.
Speaking of doing better, Raspy, Terrence and Rocsi. They are leaving 106 in Park. You know, they're really, you know, at one point I could not stand them being on 106 in Park.
Now I'm going to miss them.
Yeah, like I started to like them over time.
Because you got used to them.
Yeah.
I can tell you one thing, they were way better than Tigger and Julissa.
Oh, yeah.
That was just an odd pair right there, Tigger and Julissa. Like, that didn't even make sense.
Yeah. Like,
you could tell they just threw somebody in there just to...
Because everybody was used to his face being on In the Basement with Tigger on Rap City.
I don't even know why they got rid of his show.
Yeah, I never liked Rap City, I ain't gonna lie. But I like some of the guests that was on there, like they do the ciphers and stuff.
Yeah, I really
like that. But they should give him a show back. I think that BET should really, really try to revamp 106 in Park. It shouldn't just be 106 in Park anymore. Because I know it's the same videos.
I wonder what they're looking for.
I don't know. But there's been a lot of demons out lately. Like, motherfucker, I don't know what's going on with these drugs, but these drugs is making people superhuman. Like, anytime a gunshot don't stop a bitch, or a taser don't stop a bitch, something ain't right, okay? Some man driving around, riding cars all night, stealing people's cars, riding all around Philadelphia, and the cops can't catch him. They tased him, he still got away. Got into somebody's car, and they ain't seen him since. You know,
they tased him and he still got away.
Yeah, somebody gonna tell me today. Can you talk about before we get back to Terrence? Can you talk about the man that ate somebody's brain and heart? I'm like, girl, that's not even some shit I like to get into. The fuck I look like in today's news? Yeah, cause he ate somebody's brain. Girl, I like to think about what I talk about. You know, I don't like that kind of stuff. Like that shit grosses me out. Like I really want to throw up. And that man that ate the face. See, it's a lot of demonic shit been going on lately. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna just tell y'all, get right. Y'all better get right, because something gonna happen. Something ain't right. Get right. That's all I'm telling y'all. And then somebody will say, well, why are you telling us to get right? But just get right. Just get right. Yeah, so I'm gonna miss Terrence J and I'm gonna miss Terrence J and Rocsi on the show. Some people keep saying, "Oh, do Kevin?" No, I ain't ready for that. I don't know who they're gonna pick, but it has to be a male and female.
Well, I don't know about you,
Okay,
but I'm
because
ready
bitch, I'll be sitting there like, yeah. No.
Yeah, I don't know about you, because I'm ready for that. Give me a microphone. Where you want me to stand? I'll do
Get
it.
your
Hey!
So I mean, I don't know who's gonna replace them. I'm gonna miss them. I really will. I don't know what else to say.
But
They
you know
ready to
what?
do bigger and better things.
Terrence, I think, will do pretty good in the acting field. Because he was pretty good in Think Like a Man.
Mm-hmm.
I think some more acting classes, and he's going to be well on his way. I can see Terrence in like a good horror movie, playing the token black guy that gets killed.
With a house, he still looks young.
He does.
He could get away with a lot of roles.
Terrence
and
is a
stuff.
nice looking guy. He could definitely make it in Hollywood. Rocsi,
And he's
I don't
very
really
good
know
looking.
too much about Rocsi and her acting. I just know that she was spotted with Eddie Murphy not too
Yeah, I
long
heard that's gonna be
ago,
her
like
new
all
girl.
coupled up, and I just think that's disgusting. Like, but then again, Rocsi is into older men, into older married men. Even though Eddie Murphy is not married, but she is into older men like that. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, come on. I mean, hey, Rocsi, whatever floats your boat. If you into older men, that is fine with me. Oh, what? It is. I don't care.
Let me ask you a question. Because I really don't care about this. But I wanna
Beyonce's
know-
into older men too. Look at Jay-Z.
Sure.
I'm just saying, he is old. What? I'm just saying, he is. All right, go ahead, ask me.
So Justin, who is Diddy's son, got a scholarship to UCLA.
We talked about this before.
Yeah, and you know now it's like really blowing up. I don't give a fuck about them giving him a scholarship for free. If he went to school and got straight A's and B's, and they want to give him the scholarship, let him give it to him. So what? Diddy got money. If you ain't got money, what Diddy having money got to do with you not having money?
But then but you know, I like the statement that the school put out. He received an academic scholarship that has nothing to do with taking away from those who, not the academic, like a sports, whatever the case may be.
Scholastic scholarship?
Whatever type of, involving your athletic scholarship, which had nothing to do with, you know, taking money from anybody or whatever the case may be. And like they said, Justin Combs earned that scholarship. I don't care if Diddy had $10 billion in his bank account. If his son went to school, did what he had to do, played football, was one of the best on his team, and a college decided to give him a scholarship, then that's what it is all about. Who are we to say, yeah, you're good, but you can't accept that scholarship because your dad makes all this money? And then I read on the comment on one of the blogs, like somebody said, Diddy he should donate the scholarship, the money, to somebody who needs it. No, he should not, because his son earned that scholarship. P.S. That is not Diddy's scholarship. It does not say Sean Puffy Combs on the scholarship. It says Justin Combs. That is Justin's scholarship, not his father's scholarship.
And y'all be saying that about them other rich businessmen.
Yes, and mind you, nobody said it about Romeo when he received the scholarship, and Master P has just as much money as Diddy does, because Master P is very rich. Nobody was up in arms about that. Now all of a sudden people want to be up in arms about Justin Combs. Justin earned his scholarship just like Romeo earned his scholarship, just like any average Joe out there earned their scholarship. I don't care how much money the parents make. This is a scholarship for the child. So please, people, knock it off with your dad makes all this money, so therefore you shouldn't be accepting the scholarship. Y'all should be donating that scholarship. Why? He earned the scholarship. So if he donates the scholarship money, then what? What was all that work for? I mean, come on. Like that. Let's be real. People just always try to make a mountain out of a damn molehill. Like, let's stop with the foolishness of, oh, you need to don't. Please, Justin Combs, I'm proud that you decided, or you're not going to give away the scholarship because you shouldn't, because you worked hard for it and you earned it. And I'd be damned if somebody tell me, oh, Mikhail, you need to give something back because you make too much money. Like hell I will. Like hell I will. Who the hell you think you are? I earned this.
And I'll take a scholarship to anywhere.
You ain't gonna tell me because I'm making too much money or because my mother or father's making too much money that I can't accept. You must be out your jackrabbit ass. You have to fight me because I ain't giving shit back. I ain't giving shit back. Not one thing. So you better get the hell up out of my face.
Now, you wanted to talk about this Vibe magazine cover.
Okay, so last week, or maybe the week before last, whatever the case may be, Vibe magazine, shout out to Vibe magazine because, they featured us in their magazine. Shout out to them. And they're also following us on Twitter. Vibe magazine has a new, what's today? What's this? For June. Their June issue is
June, July.
It's June, because we were May. We were
like 2 months.
No, we were in the May issue of Vibe. So now this issue with Tamar and them is the June issue.
Okay.
The June issue of Vibe magazine is featuring, on the cover, it's featuring Candy Burris from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Tamar Braxton from Braxton Family Values, Evelyn from Basketball Wives, and Chrissy from Love and Hip Hop, which I don't think she's going to be on the show anymore. And it has them as being featured as role models.
Meet your
new role models, I think, is the headline for that cover. Now, of course, a lot of people were all up in arms. How could Vibe magazine call them role models? I was listening to the radio last week, and they had people calling in and discussed about it and saying how, there's women out there who are way better, examples of role models. Mm-hmm. So last night, I never got a chance to talk to Tamar about this, but last night, Tamar called me and we were talking, and I felt as though, okay, let me ask you about this to see because I didn't really hear what she had to say. So she just went into depth of how she felt, and I'm gonna tell you how I feel. This is how I feel. Vibe magazine is a magazine that is not a magazine that usually have people like Michelle Obama on the cover of their magazine, like some people were suggesting they should have. First of all, Michelle Obama on Vibe magazine. Hello?
I know Barack was on the cover,
but I mean Michelle Obama. Let's get real. This is what I want to say about that issue of role models. Now, I don't understand why people were coming at Candy Burris, or any of them for that matter, but especially Candy Burris, because Candy has in no way, shape, or form shown that she is a jackass, or
they don't think she's not a role model.
I mean, she's on the cover, so they just feel, people were just saying they thought that these women should not be on the cover. But whatever the case may be, Candy, let me just say this. Let me just forget Candy. Let's just say all of them. I may not agree with the way Chrissy acted on Love and Hip Hop, and I may not agree with how Evelyn acts, and I may not agree with how Tamar acts on her show. But let me just say this. All four of these women have proven themselves to come from something and to come from basically nothing and make their way up in the entertainment field. Granted, Chrissy at one point used to be a drug dealer back in the day. And now Chrissy is featured on, she was featured on a very popular reality show, and now she's venturing out and starting her own new reality show with her fiance. Evelyn Lozado came from the ghetto of New York City, the projects of New York City. Granted, she may have effed her way up to get to where she is, but Evelyn, as much as I, can't stand her, Evelyn has kind of used what she's gotten with Basketball Wives and is now taking it to the next level. She has written a book and she's coming out with a makeup line. That's something that many people who come from nothing, they strive to do. They strive to come to nothing. They strive to make themselves better than where they've come from. Tamar Braxton came from a very ordinary family. There was nothing rich or glamorous about her family. Her sisters started their own singing group. They got signed, and the singing group broke up. Then her elder sister became this big singing star, brought her and her other sister on board to sing backup for her. A lot of people don't know this, but Tamar Braxton was actually the one who thought of the whole Braxton Family Values TV show. Had it not been for Tamar Braxton, there would be no Braxton Family Values because it was her idea. I think that a lot of people took that whole role model title and kind of made it into a big issue because the way they act on their show, without realizing that these women have actually in their own individual lives kind of branded themselves in a way that they're making money. I mean, look at Evelyn. She's like making a lot of money now. She's making a lot of money. Like I said, she's come out with a book. She has a makeup line. She's making money from the show. And it's like, we may not agree with how they act on the show, but let's not knock their hustle, because at the end of the day, it is their hustle. Look at Nene Leakes. Everybody says Nene Leakes, she started out as an asshole, and now look, she's going Hollywood. She's branded herself. She's on Glee. She's getting these acting roles. She's doing all this stuff. I may not agree with Nene, but I can't knock her hustle. And I can't knock Chrissy and Evelyn's hustle or Tamar's hustle.
You can't knock their
because
hustle,
they
but
are.
I have a problem with that meet your new role models, because when I hear role models, you don't associate that with, them being negative. You hear about it being positive. When I think of a role model, like especially when we talk about women, I think about Oprah Winfrey. I think about what's that? It's the poet Maya Angelou. Those are some things I think about. When you hear role model, that has that name, that title comes with some class behind it to me. So when I see that you got Tamar under there, when I see that you have Candy and Evelyn and Chrissy, that's not what I think right away. Because first of all, they all still trying to. The only one that really proved themselves as a role model right now is Candy. Yes, these women have things that that they're doing, but you don't see a lot of women following them. They have to lead by example when you say a role model. You can't come up on TV like we look at them sometimes like they being a bitch every week. Yeah, they getting fame because they're being a bitch on TV. And you don't have to be a bitch on TV to get notarized to become a role model or whatever. Look at Lala. Lala's like, yes, my man make good fucking money. He's a basketball player. But I got my own show. You don't see me being a bitch. You don't see me cursing nobody out and the head shaking and doing all this. You don't see Lala doing that. And some people might say, oh, well, that's boring. But it's not boring because she's a television personality. She does red carpet. She does radio, television. Lala does a damn good thing. So I can see her, but I'm like, Tamar, she's still trying to prove herself. She does have the executive producer hat. But I just don't.
Well, you know what?
I just don't.
Everything you just said, I agree with you 100%, and I don't dispute anything you just said. But from what I was told last night by Tamar, is that they weren't even told that title of role model was even going to be on there. So I think it was and something like that happened too to somebody else where they were on the cover of something and then it had something and then they weren't even.
Sierra was saying that she was.
Sierra, it happened to her too. So I think that if that is true, then I think that Vibe should have kind of not did that without them knowing, because I think that was kind of sneaky and shady. I think Vibe was kind of, if that's true, I don't know if it's true, but if it is true, I think Vibe kind of set them up for this backlash.
Yeah, for the backlash, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because naturally you're going to have this type of backlash. And like I said, I don't dispute anything that you just said because I agree with you 100%. But I just feel as though these women, even though I may not look at them as a role model like you said, I don't look at them as that title either, but I do have to give them credit where credit is due.
Made names for themselves.
They definitely made names for themselves. And you may not hear people out there saying, I want to be like Evelyn or I want to be like Chrissy, but there are some people who are in the same position that Evelyn and Chrissy once were in. I mean, look at Jay-Z. This man used to be a big-time drug dealer selling music out the trunk of his car and probably using the drug money to help pay for this music. That you see what I'm saying? And now look at him. People look at him as one of like a big role model. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, Evelyn and Evelyn and Tamar and Chrissy, they may be starting out now as people that you can't stand and you don't look at to as a role model, but you never know. 10 or 15 years from now, they may all get their act together and may make a 360-degree turn, and where you say, oh my God, they are really showing themselves to be in a positive light, and I I can't believe that they used to act like this 15 and 20 years ago. And I just feel as though, as much as I can't stand Nene, I have to give her credit because she definitely made it work for her.
It works for her.
It definitely works for her because she branded herself in a way. I'm not just going to be known as a reality star, even though that's what made her famous. But I'm going to go out there and get some roles.
You know, my only problem with Nene, the new Nene is fake.
Yeah, fake. I agree. Fake, very fake.
You can still change without losing your sense of who you are. Like you can. It's called just waking up, growing up. Like. I think over time she starts seeing herself on TV like, damn, is that how I really been?
And I think that over time, maybe
they're all going to change.
They're all going to change. And I think that one of these days, people may look at them as a positive role model for the things that they are doing in their life. Because let's be real. People look at us as role models, and I don't see myself as a role model. No. But there are people who see us as that, and so. I don't see myself as a role model because I feel as though there's a lot of things about me and there's a lot of things that I do that I wouldn't want anybody following in my footsteps. You see what I'm saying? And I think there's a lot of growth that I need to accomplish before I can even consider myself a role model. But I think that I'm taking those steps to get there. And I think that these women, even though they may act trashy and they may act bitchy on their shows, they are each taking a step for the better. I mean, look at Evelyn. Some people may not think that she's sincere, but I personally think that she's a little sincere when she said that she wants to change, because when she gave that speech about how she was in the car with her stepdaughters and they were all laughing at the fact how she was acting on the show, and she said she was embarrassed that they were laughing like that because she was saying it's not right what I did, and she was embarrassed by it. And I think you need that wake-up call that says, look, you need to, because you got these little girls looking at you and thinking that what you're doing is cool. So yes, they may not be the role models that we look to or we think of today, but you never know. 15 years from now, they may be role models that our kids are looking up to because of the positive change that they made throughout their transition. That's how I look at it. And I just think that if Vibe did not allow or did not tell them about that title, then I think that was kind of wrong because you kind of set them up for this backlash that they got, because boy, oh boy, they got a backlash for it. Okay? So I don't know if it's true or not, but Vibe, y'all going, I wouldn't want nobody to do that to me. You know what I mean? Because then you got people, well, you ain't no, and I never said I was a role model. Okay. You see what I'm saying? I never said I was a role model.
I can't wait to read the interview and see what's in there. Cause
I read a transcript of it. I did. And there, I read Tamar's transcript and I read Evelyn's, and they were basically talking about how they're coming out with they want to make names for themselves. You see what I'm saying? And so it was good from what I read.
It could have been like Meet Your New Business Women or something like that.
Or Meet the New Women of Reality TV.
Yeah. Because they all got stuff going on. Yeah. I don't know what not Evelyn. Chrissy. The new show, but she's an executive producer. Like, what is she doing?
I don't know. Maybe is her and Jim Jones still coming out with that clothing line?
I don't even know.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's what she talks about in the article, because they didn't show what she was saying. They just show Evelyn and Tamar.
All right. And last but not least, I want to talk about Sierra. Sierra is she's doing her little promo for the new movie That's My Boy with Adam Sandler, and she revealed that her new album is going to be called One Woman Army, and she revealed that her new single will be called Sweat. I have no idea when it's going to come out, but she's now going to be on Epic. This is going to be her first project and everything with Epic. I don't know how I had to take this picture of us recording to prove to someone that we're actually recording. Wow.
You're gonna feel so stupid when you see this video.
So, I'm really happy that Sierra is getting a fresh start with a new label and everything, but I just don't want her to let her project, don't let it fail. I don't care how bad a single doesn't perform. If a single doesn't perform well, don't give up on your project. Don't just give up and just let it die because you've been working to, get that fame back again. And hopefully you're pulling out all the stops to work with everybody, because you know right now nobody's talking about you. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but right now, you know, you're like on your chill. So when you come back, because nobody's talking about you, you have to come back with a bang. Sweat better be a fucking bang. It has to be a banger for the club. We all know you can dance and you can kill it in videos. But everything you do from here on out has to be over the top.
What if Sweat is a ballad?
If it's a ballad, you know what? Just cancel the project right there. Right then and there. Nobody's trying to hear Sierra sing.
But no, I mean, not just that. Nobody's not trying to hear her first single in like forever.
2 years, 2-3 years.
Be a ballad. They want to dance to Sierra. Mm-hmm. Get up, you know.
And you know Joe Work gonna go off, so you gotta do something so Joe Work don't get cursed out, okay? Shout out to Joe Work. But Sierra, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your project. Just don't fuck it up, cause I don't know what Brandy doing. I
she
really
pushed
don't
it back,
know.
didn't she?
I don't look. She didn't even. I didn't even see about she making a video.
I think she blocked me on Twitter.
Are you serious?
Because I went to her page. I clicked on her page and it said you have to request.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she blocked me. Good.
Well, you must have went in on Ray J that day.
I did. I went in on Ray J. Girl, don't try to come for Fabulous. Don't do that. I like Fabulous. Don't do that. And don't lie and say that you beat somebody up. And then the video proof comes out that you didn't beat him up.
Ray J got a whole bunch of issues.
He got a whole. He's bipolar too.
And they said that that Pat Houston ain't want to sit with him at the Billboard Awards.
Ain't something wrong with him? Something is wrong with him. Something is really wrong with Ray J.
I'm praying for him. Hope we get it together.
He's too fried short of a Happy Meal. He is.
They gotta stop. They gotta leave that stuff alone.
They got to.
That stuff
they got
ain't no good. It's no good.
They gonna wind up eating Hollywood's gonna be going around eating each other up. Okay?
They already doing that.
Okay.
Shit. Stabbing, backstabbing, and saying this about this one.
That man was eating that man's, and then you know what? I feel sorry for the mother. But the guy's mom had the nerve to give an interview for CNN today saying that her son is not a zombie, that he's a nice guy, and that he gave her a Mother's Day card on Mother's Day. Miss, let me just say something.
That doesn't explain why your son isn't a son.
Let me just say this, okay? Okay? Because I read that and wanted to curse her out. But I said, you know, that's her son, so she's going to be there for her son. But Miss, let me just tell you something. I've been walking this earth for 20-something years, okay? I ain't never known nobody to go around eating nobody's face while they still alive. And then when the cops shoot them, they still keep eating the face, okay? Then she gonna say, they didn't have to shoot my son, they could have tasered him. No, I'm glad they shot him. Why? Because your son was not robbing somebody. He was not beating somebody. He was not sexually assaulting somebody. He was eating somebody's face. Like, you don't, that's shit that you see in movies.
Well, when I asked why they don't tase the people, why they didn't tase him, they said in Florida the cops shoot first and ask questions later.
Well, let me tell you something. I don't like that law, but when it comes to eating somebody's face, I'm all for that law, okay? Because that's not some normal shit.
Stop talking about it.
That's not normal, Kevin.
You
don't walk up to somebody's car and you say, and then when you go, stop, this is the law, shot or I'ma shoot, and you keep, and then they shoot and pow, and then he, dude, that's not normal. Like, that's not, so Miss, I hate to break it to you, but your son is a zombie. He's crazy. God rest his soul, because he's not here with us no more. But Miss, that was like a little
That just
extreme.
sent chills through my body. Look at the hair standing up on my arm. Can you stop talking about that, please? Oh my God, y'all just sent
eating somebody's face. I guess they just don't eat butt no more, do they? They just go straight for the face. I'm done. Why did I say that?
I don't know.
Woo! Woo!
Thank you guys for watching the Scorpion. We'll see you guys next Monday with the new video. Talk to y'all later. Peace.
They don't eat butt.